It is that time of the year, guys. 2024 is coming to a close and 2025 is right around the corner, which means it is time to count down my top 10 most anticipated films of 2025. Now, just as a little disclaimer, obviously there are going to be a ton of films coming out next year, and we don't know a lot about many of them. So the ones I picked here come from a small, group of films that we know a little bit about. So obviously, I'm going to be adding more and more films to my watch list as I hear about more come next year. These are just the top 10 I'm most looking forward to that I know about right now. And of course, this goes without saying, these picks are my opinion. If you guys have more films that you're looking forward to, let me know in the comments. So why don't we start off this list with a few honorable mentions. These are films I plan on seeing when they release, yet I'm not entirely sure how they're gonna pan out. We have Dogman. I have seen the trailer for this. It looks fun. It looks like it could be a fun little family animated adventure, and the animation looks really nice. We have Zootopia 2. Now, I really do like the first Zootopia film. I am slightly worried that Zootopia 2 may be a classic Disney cash grab. However, Zootopia really surprised me when it first came out, so I am looking forward to seeing what they do with this one. 28 years later, honestly, I saw the trailer not too long ago, and it looks okay. I am not a fan of 28 Days Later, nor am I a fan of 28 Weeks Later. I'm hoping this one really comes around and kind of makes it the zombie film I wanted those films to be. Also, an honorable mention, Mickey 17, Bong Joon-ho's new film. It's been delayed for quite a long time now, so it's finally coming out. Robert Pattinson, clones, space, sci-fi humor. I am looking forward to this one. However, the trailers didn't necessarily get me super hyped. I don't want it to be too goofy, if you know what I mean. But Bong Joon-ho likes to play with tone, so we'll see how it turns out. And finally, rounding out the honorable mentions, there's a film called Bunny Man coming out, and this is starring Mike Tyson and James Franco. According to Letterboxd, a multimillionaire superhero strikes against evil forces in anonymity wearing a rabbit mask. He's driven by the desire to avenge his sister, who committed suicide after suffering a violent act, images of which wound up on the internet. Yeah, all we have is that, along with Mike Tyson, James Franco, and a few other people in the cast. It's going to be directed by Giorgio Bruno, who I'm not really familiar with him, but it looks like he has directed nothing I know of. So I found out about this, and the premise seemed too fun. So it may not be good, but I am looking forward to seeing it. Now getting on to the official top 10 of my most anticipated films of 2025. Number 10, starting off the list with Avatar, Fire and Ash. Now, Avatar, the first film, is great. I actually really like it. I think it's, a familiar story, but it does enough with it to make it not feel too cliche or derivative, and the visuals hold up amazingly well. The sequel, I thought, was good. Lots of people seem to prefer the sequel over the original. I thought The Way of Water was good. Obviously, it has some of the issues that the first film has. I think it is a bit too long, whereas the first one I don't feel like is too long. And certain script choices and plot details that happened in the sequel didn't exactly work for me. So I'm interested to see where they go from there in this third one. I am excited to see this Fire Clan of the Na'vi. So I'm excited. They always push the envelope. James Cameron and company are always pushing the envelope in terms of film and technology and special effects and VFX. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next in the Avatar saga. Coming in at number 9 is James Gunn's Superman, formerly known as Superman Legacy. However, just recently they dropped that subtitle. Interesting choice, though I get where he was coming from. The trailer dropped, and I just watched it the other day. I'm excited, and I'm worried. On one hand, I think the first half of the trailer is very enticing, very intriguing. Superman, is getting beat up. There's blood, there's drama, there's stakes. And seeing Crypto was cool. I am worried that the film is kind of going to devolve into way too much happening. I think in the trailer, it's kind of giving away too much. Now it's not giving away like, major plot details or twists or whatever, but it is introducing a lot of characters, and I'm worried that it's going to feel overstuffed, and maybe that the finale is going to just be way too much happening and turn into one of those superhero films where the third act just like completely unravels the rest of the film. I'm hoping that it's good. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, I'm intrigued to see. Lots of people were worried about Jesse Eisenberg. I actually really like Jesse Eisenberg in Batman v Superman. But seeing Nicholas Hoult here bald is kind of uncanny. David Cornsweet does look really good as Clark Kent in Superman though, so I am interested to see his take on it. I'm also interested to see James Gunn's directorial stamp and what he does with style and tone here. I'm looking forward to it. I am just a little worried. I'm a little skeptical in certain things. Nathan Fillion finally getting to play Green Lantern, although I get that the hair is comic accurate. I get it. It just looks really bad. Number 8, Captain America Brave New World. Now, this one, the trailer's been out for a while. There have been a few different trailers. And from what I understand, there have been several different test screenings where audiences have given their opinion. And from what I understand, lots of audiences are not really liking the movie. So I know there have been some reshoots, there have been some edits, there have been lots of delays and whatnot. I'm hoping that the film comes together because I really do like the Captain America films in the MCU. And I liked Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think Anthony Mackie was a great Falcon, and I think he plays a great new Captain America too. I'm excited to see him take on that role in feature film form. So I'm interested to see what happens in this film. Harrison Ford taking over for William Hurt. That'll be interesting. Red Hulk finally getting introduced. That'll be interesting as well. I don't know. I think the trailers got me a little excited. I am wary because the MCU is kind of on that downward slope right now, but I'm hoping that comes together and makes for a good film. Coming in at number 7 is Alto Knights. Now this is a crime gangster drama directed by Barry Levinson. It's going to have Robert De Niro, and it's about the Genovese and Costello families, crime families back in the 70s, and their sort of disputes and stuff going on there. Always love a good crime thriller. Always love a gangster flick. So this will be interesting. Barry Levinson, I haven't seen too much from him, but I'm interested to see his take on a gangster film. And seeing De Niro in another crime film, I mean, what's not to like? I'm excited for this one. Coming at number 6 is the Fantastic Four First Steps. Now, this has long been teased and we've been longing for this in the MCU. Finally, it's coming. Hopefully, this will be the best the Fantastic Four gets for films in general, because we had those early 2000s, then we had Fan Four Stick, and none of those panned out exactly the way fans wanted. So maybe Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, and the company, they'll finally be able to bring together. Now, John Watts did drop out of this, but Matt Shakman, the director of WandaVision and The Nightman Cometh Live, if you didn't know, he is going to be taking over the mantle, and I'm excited to see where this goes. I think the casting's solid. I think what we know so far is intriguing. I'm hoping that they can pull this together in a compelling and consistently interesting way without, devolving into what the MCU has kind of gotten into, trying to connect too many threads across too many multiverses and things, and so we'll see how it goes. I'm optimistic, however. Also, Ralph Ineson is supposed to play Galactus, which should be pretty awesome. Coming in at number 5 is Tron Ares. Now, this is a long-awaited sequel to Tron Legacy, which didn't do well at the time. Now, I have not seen the original Tron from the 80s. Need to see that, but I have seen Legacy, and I was younger. I haven't seen it in years, but I do remember enjoying it. So I'm hoping that this one is even better than Legacy and continues the story in a compelling way. I don't really know much, haven't seen much other than a few stills And to be honest, the stills do look pretty sick. So I'm hoping for excellent visuals, a fun, fast-paced story, and just a good time in the movies. Coming in at number 4 is The Battle of Baktan Cross. This is the new PTA film starring Leonardo DiCaprio, and literally all I know about it is a Paul Thomas Anderson film with Leonardo DiCaprio starring. And I think there were some stills that came out with him, in a beanie and like a cigarette, or he doesn't look great. Plot is kept under wraps at the moment, so we don't know what this is going to be about, but it's PTA, so you can't go wrong. He has not made a bad movie. Paul Thomas Anderson is one of the best directors working today, and I will watch anything that he puts out. So I'm really just excited for this because there's a new PTA film coming out. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping this is great. Coming in at number 3 is F1, the new Joseph Kosinski film starring Brad Pitt. I've seen the trailer for this and it looks really good. It looks really exciting. Racing movies are always fun, and I mean, you look at like recents like Ford v Ferrari, that was great. Fast-paced, very fun. So I'm hoping this one captures that sense of energy and atmosphere like Ford v Ferrari did. Joseph Kosinski has proved to be a very competent director. Top Gun Maverick proved he can do big scale, practical action and stunts, and so I'm very excited to see what F1 can bring. The trailer is a good one if you haven't seen it. I think this should be really exciting, so I'm excited for this. Coming in at number 2 is the new Yorgos Lanthimos film, Bugonia. Now, from what I understand, this is a remake of a Korean film, and let me just read the little letterbox summary, right? As what we know right now. 2 conspiracy-obsessed young men kidnap the high-powered CEO of a major company, convinced that she has an alien intent on destroying planet Earth. Sounds absurd, sounds ridiculous, sounds goofy and crazy and bizarre and weird. And what better director working today than Yorgos Lanthimos to take on a story like that? I'm super excited for this. We have Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons returning with Yorgos. Alicia Silverstone is in the cast. I'm excited. This sounds right up my alley. Yorgos is another director I will watch anything he puts out. So this one definitely has me hyped. Can't wait for a trailer to come out. Hey guys, Editor Colin here. I was editing this video together and I realized I completely forgot about Josh Safdie's new movie, Marty Supreme, coming out this year. That's definitely going to be a top 10 most anticipated movie of 2025. So I don't know what position it will be in, but it's definitely top 10. Let's just say, let's move Superman to honorable mentions. I think that'll work. And finally, clocking in at number 1, we have Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Now, this was supposed to be originally Dead Reckoning Part 2. However, after Dead Reckoning didn't do too well, the studio decided to change it to The Final Reckoning. Silly decision, in my opinion. I don't know what producers and studios have against labeling part 1, 2 films, but whatever. Super excited for this. Dead Reckoning, while not my favorite Mission Impossible film, was great. And the ending in particular was awesome. So I'm excited to see where this goes from where we left off. And is this going to be the final Mission Impossible film? That may be out there. I don't know. I'd have to look into that. But I am really excited for this one. Mission Impossible franchise is probably one of the most consistent franchises out there. I don't care for 2. Mission Impossible 2, I'm not a fan of, but all the rest of them are great. And they've kind of kept getting better and better. Fallout was peak, I think, but Dead Reckoning was awesome. And so I'm really looking forward to this one. Tom Cruise and co, they're definitely gonna pull the punches here. Christopher McQuarrie, I'm ready for some insane action sequences. I'm ready for some death-defying stunts. I'm ready for twists and turns. I'm ready for drama. I'm ready for whatever's coming. So yeah, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. And so that is gonna wrap up my most anticipated films list of 2025. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with some of my picks? Do you disagree? Do you think some of them are bad picks? Like, Colin, why would you put that in your most anticipated? Let me know if I missed anything. And of course, like I was saying earlier, I will definitely be adding more films to the watch list come throughout the year. These are just my top 10 of what I know as of right now. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, check out my Lego channel if you want, and I'll see you guys in the next video.